Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new video. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. In today's video, we're going to be going over some major updates surrounding one of the major GTA 6 competitors that has been in development the past several years at a company started by the ex-Rockstar Games executive, Leslie Benzies. Leslie left the company a while ago because he was simply in disagreement with how Rockstar was taking the GTA series and also the company in the future, and he ended up starting his own development company, and he is making his own version of an open world game that a lot of people think is going to be better than GTA 6. And over the past 24 hours, we learned some more information about this game that I want to share with you today, including a possible release timeline and more information about the game itself that you may want to know about. So we're going to be discussing that and much more in this video, so if you haven't already, be sure to drop a like rating on this video to show your support, as well as subscribe down below for more daily videos just like this. But first off, here is today's shoutout of the day, and right after that, we'll get into the actual video. So today's shoutout of the day goes to a really awesome pair of shoes created by the brand Damuin. What's awesome about these sneakers is they bridge the gap between slippers that you can just slip on and also sneakers that also look high quality and luxury. There are pretty much no laces on the shoes to tie at all, and you can just slip them on and off very easily. They are super breathable, comfortable, and also perfect for all types of athletic activities. And best of all, they come in all sorts of colors and combinations and are priced as low as $24. Click the first link in the description down below to go ahead and check them out on Amazon and use the limited time promo code for 10% off your order. But with that being said, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So a couple of years ago, back in 2017, we learned that an ex-executive Rockstar Games game producer known as Leslie Benzies was leaving the company for unknown reasons and wanted to start his own game company to develop his own games under his own leadership. Now this of course was a pretty big deal and still is, because Leslie was the main person behind every Grand Theft Auto game ever released, including GTA 5 and even GTA 5 Online. So Leslie went on to start his own company known as Build a Rocket Boy Games. That is the name of the game studio that he chose. I'm not sure if that's gonna change anytime soon. However, Build a Rocket Boy Games is what he made it. And also, he announced that they are creating a game known as Everywhere. In classic Rockstar fashion, as everyone inside Rockstar Games, Leslie has not released much information about this game. However, I want to discuss everything we know so far about it because he did give a couple interviews and provided a handful of very small tidbits into what we can expect. Now first off, and I think this is an obvious one, but Everywhere, just like the name suggests, is going to be a completely open world game, just like GTA is. But also, during an interview with Polygon, Leslie did say the following. He says, quote, "We want this game to be less restrictive than other games." Now, whether he is talking about the Grand Theft Auto series or just other video games out there, we still don't know. However, it seems like they're going to be taking open world to an entirely new level with this game, which I believe is totally possible because even with games like GTA 5, we still have quite a bit of restrictions. Most notably, a lot of the interiors that we see inside the game are simply not able to be entered, and a lot of the buildings are simply 2D figures that we're not able to go inside, and it makes the game a little bit less realistic. The rest of the interview, Leslie didn't really give that much insight into what the game is about. He did keep hyping it up as a totally different experience than what we have seen yet. However, he did say that they did start developing the game around midway 2016. So I would imagine we should be seeing Everywhere sometime soon on the next generation consoles. However, obviously it is not going to be a launch title, and it is mostly going to come out in a couple of years, maybe around the time the PS5 Pro and those type of consoles do come out later on. With GTA 6 likely going to be an online-only game, I do believe that Leslie simply got a little bit frustrated with what was going on, and he wanted to go back to his roots and create a very good open-world single-player experience that is unlike anything else. Now, the reason why they were in the news yesterday and all over all of the major gaming media outlets is that their studio, Build a Rocket Boy Games, did receive $42 million in venture capital funding. And And while 42 million isn't the biggest amount in terms of VC funding, it is still a pretty solid amount, and it definitely does show that they are not messing around. Now currently they do have social media where you can find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and they also have a very cool website that is located at everywhere.game, and right now they are simply taking things very slowly and keeping things behind the scenes, but I am super interested to see what they're working on and how it compares to the GTA series, which is the king of open world games and has been for so long now. What's interesting with this game is they're actually using a very interesting game engine that virtually nobody else used before, known as Amazon Lumberyard. This is a game engine that Amazon developed themselves in-house, and it was only used for several games. However, Leslie did say during the interview that Lumberyard is making their life so much easier in terms of the developing of the game and also making life a lot easier in terms of testing, so I'm really excited to see what comes out of that, because that is a little bit unconventional, since as most of you know, Rockstar Games has their own proprietary game engine for the GTA series. Now, if I had to put my guess on it, I would imagine in the far future, GTA will remain the king of open world online games. However, another game, possibly everywhere, is going to be the king of single player open world. As Rockstar transitions into a more online-only future, there does leave room for a very good, high-quality single-player open-world experience, and it seems like that Leslie would be able to fill that gap between the two. Now, Leslie did do a pretty long interview with Polygon that we didn't get to everything in this video to discuss, but if you want to read more about Everywhere and everything we know so far about it, that interview is the place to go. That was done a couple of years ago, but they have been very, very silent the past several years as development has sped up rapidly, but I am super excited to see what they're working on, and most importantly, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. What do you think about this? Do you think it is going to be any major competitor to the GTA series? Do you think the GTA series is simply untouchable? Let me know what your thoughts are in those comments down below, because I really want to hear from you guys. I personally think there is a gap between the two games that is able to be merged once the GTA series turns into almost like an exclusive online game, which I am pretty sure is prone to happen based on what has been said previously by Rockstar Games CEO Strauss Zelnick and just overall the direction of the GTA series the past several years. But again, I don't have a crystal ball. We really don't know what's going to be happening in the future, but competition is always good. And again, I think it is going to be super exciting to see what comes out of this. But either way, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed this video, you learned something new, or you found this video helpful, let me know by dropping a like rating on this video, as well as subscribe down below if you haven't already with those bell notifications on, so you guys are always notified whenever I upload a brand new video. But either way, thank you again for tuning in today, I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow with another video just like this. But until then, have an awesome day, and I'll be sure to talk to you guys then.